Welcome back to another episode. Today we are doing something just a little different. I do a lot of simulating. I like to play the moments. I also have my FIU series where I play the actual games. Today is going to be we are going to simulate 25 years and just see what happens. Will the big teams like Alabama and LSU and Oregon, Ohio State, like, will they still be powerhouses or will they be bottom of the barrel teams? Will they be mid? Will a team like Akron be a top 25 team later on? I'm going to keep everything on auto. The only thing that I changed was the fact that I don't want to get fired because I don't want this to end prior. So I'm just using the default Akron head coach, and I just need to go in and edit those settings about, what's going to be uh, auto, if I can find it. There it is. So we're keeping everything on auto. I want no control. The one thing that I do question is if because I'm on Akron, if we will go after anyone in the transfer portal. I don't know how that works. I know it's considered recruiting, but we're going to find out. So, we're just going to sim to next season, and after 25 years, so you should see preseason 2050. I'll get back to you. All right, we are back. And I will say I recorded this the simulating like last night, and then I came back to it today. And so the only thing, I haven't looked at anything, so this is going to be pretty much what you see is what I see for the first time. The only thing I did was make sure that we can see the history, which we can. And so I know who won the national championship last year. But first, before anything, let's look at the top 25. So preseason top 25. LSU is rank 1. Duke is ranked 9. Iowa is ranked 12. It looks like not too much has changed. UCLA is normally pretty good in sim, I feel like. Same thing with teams like Kansas, UNC. But honestly, like, this doesn't necessarily shock me. Although, if you guys are seeing this, Alabama is not on the top 25. Penn State is 21, Baylor at 24, but there is no Alabama, which that's interesting. LSU, Oklahoma, Ohio State, Michigan's not up here either. I'm trying to think of, like, the big teams right now, and there's no Michigan, there's no Alabama. I can't think if I'm missing anything else. Miami's 7. I'm just trying to think of, like, the powerhouses. Colorado's not up here, but Colorado, in my opinion, wasn't all that great in general. Um, yeah, kind of crazy to see Alabama not there. Let's go into conference standings. See what this is all about. So in the MAC, Ball State is an 86 overall. Wow, that is shocking. And they are the only good team in the MAC. But let's start at the top. Let's go ACC. Duke is ranked 9 at an 83 overall. Cal is an 80 overall, ranked 13. Miami, I feel like, is never not a 99. The ACC is strong. Wow. UNC is an 89. SMU is a 79. Clemson's a 94. Pitt is an 84. Florida State really hasn't moved a whole lot. Interesting. In the American, ECU got up to an 81 after 25 years. Tulane's an 82. FAU is a 79. That's not that bad. So there's really like three teams that really compete in this division. It's ECU, Tulane, and FAU. And the ACC, as you guys know, that is just stacked. The Big 12, Kansas State, TCU, 83-86. Baylor, 81. Colorado has not done much. Arizona has not done much. I feel like Utah kind of took a huge step back. Kansas is not doing anything. ASU took a step back as well. OSU is at an 80. That's not bad. Texas Tech. Wow. 71 overall. Houston. Oh, I'm so sorry. I think I said Houston for Utah. But even then, he still took a step back. But, yeah, not great. Not great at all. The Big Ten. So this is where we're going to see the big teams. USC is a 97. Ohio State is a 99. Iowa is an 84. Oregon is actually below a 90. Did not expect that. Wisconsin, I mean, the Big Ten is crazy strong. UCLA 91, Penn State 93, and then we get to Maryland 76, 76, 71. Michigan at a 92 is not in the top 25. Interesting. So arguably Michigan should be up here. Maybe in place of Iowa, but interesting. CUSA. Is there any dominant team in the CUSA? No. CUSA still sucks. That's interesting. LA Tech is the best team, and it's really not even close. The only competition they have is Middle Tennessee. So that's interesting. Independence, I mean, Notre Dame's a 95. UConn actually, I feel like, dropped quite a bit. They're 65. The MAC we already went over, but Ball State being at an 86 is incredible. Good for Ball State. And that's like the only team in this division, other than maybe NIU, if you classify NIU. In the Mountain West. Mountain West? Pretty sure it's Mountain West. Is there any... No. There is not that great of a team. It actually seems like this conference took like a step back. New Mexico's a 59. Air Force is a 56. Nevada's a 58. This conference actually... You guys let me know who you think is better. The CUSA or the Mountain West. In the Pac-12. Pac-12 sucks. It's literally a race for 3 teams. Maybe 4 if you want to count Oregon State. But San Diego, Boise State, Fresno State. That's about it. In the SEC, here is another strong division. Completely forgot about Florida. Florida's not ranked either. Kentucky, maybe if you want to consider them. A&M. Texas wasn't ranked. Completely forgot about Texas. Ole Miss 92. LSU 97. 97 for Tennessee. 90. Wow, this conference is strong. Arkansas 86. Georgia 87. Auburn 91. Florida is down to an 84. So they really got screwed over by Miami, I feel like. I feel like Miami took all their recruits and Florida just couldn't figure it out. Bama is a 99 and not ranked. What? That's insane. 99 and not ranked. Kentucky, I feel like, has kind of just stayed the same. They've always been like a mid team. Mississippi State hasn't really done much. Missouri hasn't been good since Drew Lock. A&M, I mean, they could be better, but you're competing with the likes of Texas for recruits. And Texas is an 84 as well. They dropped insanely. South Carolina, a 66. Are they the worst team in the SEC? Really? South Carolina is the worst team in the SEC. That's crazy. Southern Miss. Oh, I was thinking of a. I have no idea. I ignore me. Southern Miss 77. A lot of these teams are just in like the 60s. Coastal Carolina has not done much. Maybe all their recruits were taken by UNC. Georgia Southern. I mean, I feel like they haven't been good in years. But the Sun Belt is not good. There's one decent team. Don't care about seeing all those. So, those are all the teams. I am curious to see what you are most shocked about, whether that be South Carolina being the worst team in the Big Ten, whether that be Alabama being a 99 and not ranked. I do want to know what your takes are on that, but after that, I think we should go into some CFB history. Let's look at who has won. And Ryan Day is still the coach of Ohio State. Steve Sarkisian went to USC. Okay, so let's look at this first and foremost. LSU, my favorite team, slammed in the conference championship of 2050. The previous year, USC takes down Miami. Ohio State beats Tennessee. Bama beats UCLA. And then we go on to a string of just Miami, essentially. Like, Miami was insane in this sim, clearly. I had no clue. So, this is news to me. So, Miami beats USC. Florida beats Miami. Interesting. Miami beats Notre Dame. Miami also beat Michigan. Holy shit. How many times did Miami win? I feel like at the end of the video, I should put like a counter. Or if someone wants to do it for me, that would be pretty cool. But Miami beat Michigan. Georgia beat Arkansas. Seeing Arkansas up there is kind of crazy. But so far, like, I feel like UCLA has been the only shock that has been up there so far. But Miami beat Michigan again, which is kind of crazy. RIP Michigan, they can't figure it out against Miami. Ohio State beat Bama in a looked like a shootout. Good lord. Miami beat Bama, so RIP Bama. This is where their downfall came, I feel like. No. Came after 2047. Georgia beat Miami, in which Lincoln Riley is the coach for Georgia. Lou Hernandez might actually be the best coach of all time in this game, or in this franchise, this dynasty. I mean, he has so many national championships. But Miami beats Notre Dame, Bama beat Tennessee, and it's Dabo Sweeney, sorry. Read that so wrong. Dabo Sweeney as the Bama head coach. Clemson has Lane Kiffin. Wow. Ohio State beat USC. Miami beat Oklahoma. Ohio beat Miami. I feel like we just went full circle somehow. USC beat Ohio State. Whoa, 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 whoa. So USC, hear me out, guys. You ready? It's you got to hear my logic, okay? USC beat Ohio State. Actually, yeah, we'll start here. I was gonna say let's start here, but USC beats Ohio State. Ohio State returns, beats Miami. Miami returns, beats Oklahoma. Unfortunately, Oklahoma couldn't do it, so Ohio State did it for them. That would have been a crazy sequence if like they made it, lost, remade it, won, so on, so on. But interesting. Penn State beat Texas. So good on Penn State for winning a national championship. Bama beat USC. Texas beat Miami. Bama beat Ohio State. USC beat Clemson. And in year one, we have Miami beating Clemson. Clearly, Miami is the best team. It has to be, right? They have one. Let's just count how many appearances they have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14 appearances. Just in this dynasty alone. So 14 out of 25 years, they have made the national championship. That's incredible. Now, we can go to conference. Sure, we'll do it. I mean, if there's anything like, insane to see, I'll like mention it, but it doesn't look like anything has really changed, as Fresno State was ranked 22 at one point. Kansas State was ranked 6 at one point. Wyoming was 24. Ball State was 18. ECU was ranked 20 at one point. Michigan State found their way back up to top 25. ECU was 16. So ECU had a pretty decent run, but clearly not the best. Let's see what else. Hawaii was ranked 22? Good on Hawaii. Love seeing that. Delaware was up there. Hawaii was 17. Ball State 10. FAU 21. UAB 24. Was the AAC actually good at one point? I don't know. West Virginia found their roots for a minute. and then they lost it. LA Tech was ranked 22. Fresno State 14. Nevada 19. Duke was ranked 1 at one point. Jesus. Memphis 21. Southern Miss 22. Hey, Akron ended up making the conference championship at one point. Nice. Liberty was ranked 22. Is there any other like shocking results? Bowling Green beat ranked 24 Ball State. Okay. Middle Tennessee was ranked 15. What else? AAC ranked 25 UTSA versus ranked 22 FAU. Maybe the AAC was strong at one point. It's very, very possible. The MAC ranked 23 Buffalo, ranked 16 Ball State. Ball State was ranked 8 at one point. UAB 14. Pitt took down Miami. Georgia State ranked 13. UMass ranked 17. Fresno State ranked 5. Georgia State 24. What else? Are there any shockers? Any other shockers? Colorado ended up becoming a top 25 team again. Arkansas State was ranked 22. App State was ranked 20. Man, we just cannot win the MAC if you're looking at the bottom. Oregon State was ranked 18, but we just cannot beat the MAC. Matt Rule went to Ball State. Rice was ranked 11. NC State ranked 12. North Texas ranked 19. Liberty was ranked 16. Interesting. So Kansas is shit now, but they were pretty decent in 2029. We once again lost the MAC championship. Let's see if there's any of Florida State. Interesting. Did not expect Florida State to win. Maybe they already did and I just completely like overlooked it. Once again, we lose in the MAC championship because why would we win? Granted, I don't really care, but Missouri State got a CUSA chip only 2 years in. Good for them. Or technically 3. Central Michigan was ranked 21. This sim is crazy. We are in 2026, so we're getting close to the end. and this is where I'm gonna assume that there's not gonna be much craziness. Navy wins the American. Texas beat Texas A&M. Southern Mississippi was ranked 24. UNLV was ranked 20. San Jose State was ranked 23. Okay, clearly I was wrong with thinking nothing crazy would have happened in year one. Jacksonville State was ranked 25. Liberty was ranked 22. Good lord. So those are all your conference champions. Now, let's look at Heisman. I'm going to go on a limb and say that Ohio State probably had the most Heismans. And it looks like it's going to actually be Bama. Just from this first page, they have 4. But 3 wide receivers recently. It's only quarterback and receiver. Tennessee had a string. Holy. In however many years. Wow. Tennessee had a lot of Heismans. So, year 1, Jeremiah Smith. Year 2, Ty Simpson. Austin Simmons, Deuce Knight. And then we get into, like, the more, like, fake people. Maurice KZ, Trent Kegler, Matt Grubb, Matt Kahn, Tyrone Brewer, David Nseki, John Steed. That just sounds like a name from, like, 1980. Ricky Soro also sounds like a name from 1980. Duke Massey. Oh my god. Eric Ficken. What a name. Malik Meadows. Cameron Higgins. Terrence Jennings. Clyde Boys. Hey, Clyde. Sorry. Connor Bolin from Arkansas. ECU. I didn't even see that. Clyde Boyce was from Tulsa. ECU. But, man, it was really just dominated by, like, 3 teams, I feel like. Bama, Tennessee, and Ohio State. The Bear Bryant Coach of the Year most recently went to Ball State. Dabo Sweeney. We get a string of Middle Tennessee. Nick Cox. And then Ramon Kelly. Middle Tennessee actually had a pretty good run. And a lot of these aren't big teams, which that's actually very nice to see. That's actually very nice to see. Love seeing Middle Tennessee get up there. Broyles Award. So the coordinator, the best coordinator. It's Middle Tennessee again at the bottom. Hawaii got up there. Nice. Best QB. We got Monty Sash. Southern Miss actually had a really good string of quarterbacks, clearly. A lot of Ohio State. Some Tennessee. Ball State. This one was actually pretty spread out. I like that. Davey O'Brien. Oh, maybe this was like most passing yards, and then this was like best quarterback. I have no idea. I don't know what these awards are. But Tennessee, clearly. Yeesh. Tennessee. Interesting. Edge rusher of the year. So far, it looks like it's very split. Cameron Carmona. I feel like we've already seen that name. but it looks very split. It doesn't look like someone just absolutely dominated this. So that's nice to see. The Fred Bolitnikoff Award goes to the best receiver. This is where I expect Ohio State to like really shine. Love seeing ECU up there. Yeah, Ohio State kind of dominated this, as I feel like they should. Why are we just scrolling down? I didn't do that. The Chuck Bednarik Award, so best defensive player, presumably. This one's very split. Clemson does have a few up there, but there's a lot of teams up here. Almost didn't have like repeats. Like there was very minimal repeats. The Bronco Nagurski Trophy. Don't know what this is, but we're gonna find out. I'm actually not gonna find out. I'm just looking through. And once again, this looks like it was not all that dominated by one team. Running back of the year. This seems like a Bama award, I feel like. They have 3 in the top, however many years. Fresno State got up there twice with Stephen Coward. Jeremiah Love. Another one that's not dominated by a specific team. Best tight end. Carl Cheeseman. What a name. Leon Sneed. It's a great name. And another award that's just not dominated so far. The Lombardi Award. Miami has quite a bit so far, but I mean, only recently. It's once again split up pretty well. The Lou Groza Award, Best Kicker. Once again, split up. Unfortunately, Akron has not won any of these awards so far. The Maxwell Award. Tennessee and Ohio State and Bama. Like, it's only them. Like, there's 4 teams other than them in the past 25 years. The Walter Camp Award. Seems like Bama, Ohio State, and Tennessee again. The Outland Trophy, so best offensive lineman. A lot of Miami, but not too much. Not bad. Jim Thorpe, best DB, presumably, if I had to guess. Someone from Delaware got there. Interesting. Ball State. UL Monroe. This one wasn't dominated either, like I thought it would be. Ray Guy, best punter. I mean, we can already see a couple back-to-backs. Coastal Carolina, UTEP. Air Force got it 3 times in a row with 3 different punters. And then Army. That military's going to work getting rid of that ball. They're sending nukes. the Remington Trophy, so best center, presumably, which Miami, Bama seemed to really dominate this one, especially like later on. Returner of the year, LA Tech got up there. Eastern Michigan as well. Kent State. Okay. App State. Louisville. I feel like this is the first time we're seeing Louisville in these awards. North Texas. FIU. And the Dick Butkus Award. I would assume this is best linebacker. Which is not dominated by a team. Interesting. So, those are your awards. Now, Akron hasn't won shit. Let's go into the trophy room. Let's see what they do have. So, in this one dynasty, we've just won. Okay, so we won the wagon wheel quite a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We won the New Orleans Bowl trophy. We won the Game Above Sports Bowl trophy. We won the Bahama Bowls trophy twice. We won the Salute to Veterans Bowl in a very close game. We won the Arizona Bowl trophy 3 times. And then we also won it again right here, the New Orleans Bowl. Very nice. So that is all that we have won in this dynasty. We have 16 awards. Now, let's go to records. So, in a single game, nationally, any new records? Yes. Receptions by Gideon Wick in 2047 had 25 in one game. For sacks, Matthew Duval had 8 in one game. And then interceptions, 7 in a game. So, Jacksonville State, Pitt, and Tennessee all got new records for CFB. For the season, passing yards goes to John Steed. He had 7,300 passing yards? What the fuck? 7,384 passing yards. That is insane. In 2050, receiving yards, 2,545 for Matt Clifford from Ohio State. Receptions, 197 in 1 year for Matt Grubb out of Tennessee. Passing touchdowns, Wyatt Holman had 84. Oh my goodness. Rushing touchdowns, Roland Aday had 43 in 2042. Sacks, Joey Saldivari had 30 in the year 2047. Receiving touchdowns, Maurice Casey had 30 in 2029. Wow. Which one shocks you the most? The one that shocks me is passing yards from John Steed. He had to have been the number 1 overall pick. That is generational talent. Let's go to career. And John Steed doesn't hold the record? Insane. So, nationally, we can't see what year, but it looks like everything is new. It doesn't look like anything is old. But passing yards, DeMarco Vaughns was averaging probably about 5,004.5 passing yards a season. I'm pretty sure I did my math right on that. I'm actually curious. And now I have to check. 20,018. Assuming he played 4 years. 5,004.5. Rushing yards. 6,405. You are looking at 1,601.25 yards a year. Andre Duff, 5,883. And he also had 507 receptions. John Steed had 192 passing touchdowns. Rushing touchdowns. Roland Adai had 91. 30 of them came in one season, right? No, 43. My bad. Sorry. Terrence Jennings had 68 receiving touchdowns in his career. Joey Saldivari had 65 sacks in his career. And then Al Broski, what a name, had 29 picks in his career. What a name, Al Broski. So those are your CFB records now. I'm still caught up on John Steed having 7,384 passing yards. To me, that is insane. I don't know. That's crazy. I don't know what else there is to look at. We can look at coach stats. And we can actually, let's do this. Winning seasons. Who had the most? Dabo Sweeney so far at 41, and it doesn't even look like he's going to get caught. Who has the best playoff record? Lou Hernandez, 43-14. Best winning percentage? Lou Hernandez. Oh, playoff win percentage. Who has the best career winning percentage? It is Lou Hernandez. He is level 91. Good Lord. National championships. 8 for Lou Hernandez. Conference championships. 22 for Dabo Sweeney. Behind him is Lou Hernandez. Ryan Day at 13, and then Lincoln Riley at 10. Players drafted in the first round. Ryan Day has 91. Dabo Sweeney has 86. Lou Hernandez has 57. Auburn, Glenn Schumann has 54. Steve Sarkisian has 43. Lincoln Riley, 38. Corey Heatherman, 38. Shocked not to see Tennessee. There they are, 22. Players drafted, Dan Lanning, 243. Right behind him is Steve Sarkisian. So I'll be curious to see who will have more at the end of their career. But Dan Lanning actually might be getting fired. So he's level 100. So is Steve Sarkisian and Lincoln Riley. You got to tip the hat. Top 5 recruiting classes. Ryan Day has 32. Dabo Sweeney has 27. Glenn Schumann has 18. Lincoln Riley has 14. And Lou Hernandez has 14. Interesting. Let's look at offensive coordinators. So, starting back from the top. Career record, it's going to be Joe Sloan from LSU. 255-96. I would assume. Oh, that's not the best winning percentage. Interesting. Brian Burnside has the best winning percentage. Right behind is John Hubbard, Alabama offensive coordinator. Winning seasons 15 for Angel Caton and 12 for Randy Niswanger. Playoff record. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be Brian Burnside, right? Shocked to not see. Wow. Benjamin Gilliam. Only 2-1. So clearly they just got a new coordinator. Playoff win percentage. Got a few. Brian Burnside, Liam Dillon, and Benjamin Gilliam having a .667. National championships. 5 for Burnside, 4 for Hubbard, 3 for Dillon, and then no one else has any. Conference championships, 13 for Hubbard, 11 for Burnside. Gayton has 8, and Miller has 8 as well. First round picks, Burnside, Hubbard. I mean, clearly those two are just like the two best. Although John Hubbard is in the hot seat right now. Total players drafted, Tony Elliott with 197 on offense. Liam Dillon has 189. As you can see, some of the top guys are just talent developers. But 175 for Joe Sloan, and then it drops. Top 5 recruiting classes, Brian Burnside and John Hubbard, and then it drops. Let's go to defensive coordinators. And let's start from over here. Career record 255 and 96 for Blake Baker. Clearly this LSU like team didn't want to split up. Wherever the LSU head coach is. But the OC and the DC have been there the entire time. Career winning percentage. Really, Ball State defensive coordinator Sam Leonhardt. Interesting. Winning seasons. Juan Dunbar, about to get fired, has 8 winning seasons, along with Georgia Tech Cameron Woods. Playoff record, Jonathan Patke with Kane Womack. Interesting. It's kind of crazy that someone who's 12 and 16, but I guess it is playoff. Oh, it's playoff record. See, I feel like 8 and 6 is a better record than 12 and 16, in my personal opinion. Playoff win percentage, Jonathan Patke, kind of the same thing here, except I don't know. It's like slightly different. National championships, 6 for Jonathan Patke, Kane Womack, Scott Effler, and Danton Lind. Kane Womack has 13 conference championships. Right behind him is Jonathan Patke with 10, and then Sam Leonhardt. Okay. First round draft picks, Kane Womack, 68. Jonathan Patke has 43. Right behind him is Scott Eifler, and then it's another drop. And how many players who has the most drafted? It will be Jonathan Patke. Danton Lynn, not super far behind him, but definitely has a good lead. Jonathan Patke. Blake Barker is up there. And then top 5 recruiting classes, Kane Womack, of course, has to be up there. Scott Eifler and Jonathan Patke. Interesting. Let's go into team stats. That's not going to tell us anything. We're not going to go there. Let's go to career stats. That's not going to tell us anything. Wonderful. Season stats. Wonderful. I don't know why I'm clicking onto these. Guess I'm just trying to make sure I cover all my bases. But with that being said, that is pretty much everything that has happened in 25 years. So, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, please like. I truly do appreciate this, and I honestly hope that something can come out of YouTube. Right now, it's just providing content for you guys, but this I actually found really interesting. And maybe if you want to see a certain team and like their rating and like their players, I can show that on TikTok. If you want to see a team, or like if you want me to do a dynasty from here on out, if you want me to simulate another 25 years, if you want me to do anything more with this video, leave a comment. I don't get a lot of comments, I don't get a lot of views, but I will respond to your comments, or at least I'll do my best. So, if you like the video, like, subscribe, leave a comment. I love all of you. Peace.